Hi there, it's Simone. I wanted to show you how my November planning went and how I'm set up for December and stuff. So, um, I'm using these 3 books until the end of December. Then I'm going to switch out this Jibun Techo 2019 planner for a Stalgy A6 notebook. I am going to film an extra video on how I'm having this set up and how I'm going to use this. But for now, I want to share what I'm using in here. I have these are 2 single inserts in traveler's notebooks. This one is my reference notebook and this one is my projects notebook. I am using mainly the weekly overview as for my daily planning. I usually prepare the monthly spread. This is what November turned out to be. And I use this in the beginning of the month, at the end of the previous month, to create a visual overview of the upcoming month, to see how busy I am going to be, to see what videos I have planned. And as you can see, I don't even know if I actually filmed or published a video right over here. The blue ones are YouTube videos, so I'm usually not going back in and filling this out. This just serves as a visual overview. December is looking like this. I struggled really badly with creating or making this pretty using my stickers, because I know that I'm not going to continue using this. And so I decided, well, if I'm struggling so badly, then let me just take stuff that I have plenty of. So I used marker, I used washi tape, and did not cover the dates or anything else. It's okay. There's no rule that says I have to use stickers in a planner. So that's what I did. This is my monthly overview. It's okay. It's not as busy as it doesn't look busy now. We are planning on doing stuff during the Christmas week, but my husband is starting a new job, and so we don't really know how that is going to work out. So we have to be open and flexible, which is really hard for me. I'm someone who needs time to adapt to new situations, and so being flexible and open for things like that is really hard for me. But I know it. I'm arming my way through it. I have decided, so maybe, I am using parts of the front of this planner, which has lots of things, and this is part of the reason why I'm not going to continue using this in 2020, is because the great things that this planner offers, I did not really use. I'm not using the tracker anymore. I have given up on that. Even August looked like that. So I have given up way in the beginning of the year. The only page that I'm still using is this for tracking my budget, which has gotten way out of hand. I was quite okay, and that's why I'm doing a no-spend December. I have to clarify, I am not going to do online purchases for things that are planner, journaling, or knitting related. I am making this differentiation because I plan on going to a craft fair, and I do want to support local artists. However, I don't want to use online ordering as a way of dealing with stress and anxiety and like rewarding myself for going through stress, dealing with situations, stuff like that. I don't want to do this, and so I decided to figure out how I'm going to approach my spending in 2020, it would be a really good thing to reset my personal spending. This does not apply to Christmas gifts as such. Obviously, if we're not going to give the traditional Christmas gifts to our children, but we definitely don't limit. Well, we do limit, but this is not included in the no spend December. I have been, since I did some kind of reset, and when I noticed what was not going well with this planner, which is mainly the fact that the columns are too narrow for my handwriting, and the helpful pages in the front aren't really the ones that I need. I have started to use this notebook, which is an idea book that goes with the Jibun Techo, a lot more. I have created a next actions list for November. I have the highlighted things are the ones that I wasn't able to get to. This doesn't mean that all of those are like huge projects. They are the next steps. That's why I said a next actions list. They are the next steps on many of the projects that I'm working on. Cleaning things. Yeah, so these things I had to move to December. And then I also made a catch-all list for all the ideas that I had during November went on here. Everything that I thought, I didn't differentiate between maybe this is a wish that I have, something that I need to put onto a forward planning page, goal ideas, travel ideas, things I want to do, things I have to put on the cleaning list. Everything that I could think of went on this page. And then either once a week or at least at the end of the month, I am going through this list, and that's why everything is crossed out besides this, and looking at every entry and distributing it to the specific list that it pertains to in here. So my plan for 2020 for this book is to have something that can catch everything that I am thinking of, that I want to do, with the intention of having things that stick, that need to stay with me for longer than just today or this month, moving to different notebooks that I'm using for a longer period of time. So once I was done with this, during the month of November, it was Thanksgiving. I talked to my husband about Christmas, about the planning we are going to do, and so I made a Thanksgiving list. I divided that list into meals, snacks, and bakery items that I was going to prepare. I added all the food items, and when I was planning out how I was going to work on Thanksgiving, meal prepping for Thanksgiving, I worked from that list. And it worked out really, really well. This was the first time, well, we moved, so we have a different kitchen. It is in the center of the house. It is amazing what a difference in the fun factor of cooking it makes. I have usually loved to cook and bake and do all the things, but it was so much fun to prepare everything and to finally eat it on Thanksgiving Day. The same thing doing here for Christmas. We are not giving presents to our kids this year. We're going to do some, not really traveling, exploring the area again, maybe going to some museums, shows, and spending money there. I'm going to do stockings for my kids, and so I put ideas here, and then things that they think of and say, oh, we really have to have this year. So there's only one thing down here yet, but Christmas is still approaching. So we haven't really talked about it yet because we are in kind of a limbo situation, waiting for my husband to start his new job and then figuring out how this actually is going to go. I am, as I said, I'm on a no-spend December, and this has been weighing on me for a while. So I made a new list here. It's called 2020 budget, and I put down all the ideas I had. I haven't really worked on this yet. I just put down ideas, and when I'm going to work on it, I'm looking at it again and trying to figure out how it's going to work. This is the list for December. It's the beginning of the month. I haven't really worked on any of the items yet. I scheduled a date night. This is something that I usually do in the beginning of the month with my husband. And then I have, so that's the front end, this right here. I haven't added the monthly cleaning tasks yet, but as the month is going to progress, I will add those on here as well. This sticky note I started in the summer. I put one on each monthly for the month. Wow. Monthly calendar in here, so that I would have some place to forward plan, not dates, but things I wanted to do during that month. And so this is still on here because some of these are not important anymore, but some of them are. So I put it here so I could take those ideas and put them on my December list. And this is how far this notebook has progressed. All of these lists that you can see here, I will definitely have the same lists in, or similar lists, when I start planning in my A6 Stalogy. So how did November turn out to be in my weekly spreads? I used this really old stickers. They are scrapbooking stickers that I received from a friend. I used those because I just loved how it looked. This was my weekly to-do list, and I took the tasks that are on here. I take from my monthly next action list. I was trying to track steps. My goal was 10,000 steps. I minimized that. And then I also started a list that is called Waiting On, because sometimes there is things that I don't want to forget, but that I can't do anything. I am waiting on some other action from somebody else. I'm talking about actions all the time. It's mostly because many of the things that I use for planning or being more productive are derived from the Getting Things Done method from, I don't know the name, David Allen, I think. And also some of the ideas are found in the Bullet Journal method by Ryder Carroll. So those two books really helped me step up my game in being more productive. And being more productive for me means using my time in the way that I really want to spend my time, my free time, getting all the things done that I don't enjoy doing, and creating small pieces of time where I can do whatever I love to do. I add in my work schedule and block out times like this. I usually use a mild liner to make it more visible. I add other appointments in here in black, and then I can actually, by doing this, it visualizes how much time is between the different appointments. And so I can absolutely easily see, just by filling in tasks, that you probably can get more done in here in this time gap than in here. And so just by filling in the to-do things and tasks in between limits and makes it more realistic what you can actually get done. I usually put my meal plan down here. I started adding steps down here. When I started in October, I think, to do my weekly review, meaning looking back at what I have actually accomplished so far, what I can still get done this week, and what needs to be done next week, what appointments I have next week, and all of that. At the end of the week, on Friday or Saturday, really boosted my productivity most of the time, and also helped me just be more productive. I feel like right now I have a good grip on my life. I'm not like just floating with it and going with the flow and just letting my life happen to me. Right now I feel I'm quite in control. I'm saying quite because for me it takes a lot of effort to go through daily life and actually do the things that I need to do. I don't know if that's just me or if everybody deals with this, but when I look at my husband, for instance, he just does what needs to be done, and he never looks like it's a really big struggle and effort for him. So when I'm done with the week on Monday, usually I go back through one more time and check if everything that is on here has been moved somewhere else or has been done. If that's the case, I add a star so I know I don't have to worry that anything that's in here is going to be lost. That's what every week looks like. I started using sticky notes for my Instagram posting schedule thingy. I try to have some kind of idea on what I want to post, so it's easier for me to take photos during the week. And here I used Cocoa Daisy stickers. This one I already told you. This is a washi tape from the scrapbooking line. I don't know. I don't remember. It's a Chimel scrapbooking line. This is washi tape that I received from Cocoa Daisy. This is a really thin washi sticker. I sometimes try to add these whimsical planner stickers. I have so many. But somehow in this planner I just don't. Maybe now it's a waste of sticker resources in here, and so I hope to be using these kinds of stickers because I really like using stickers in my new planner. So this one's done. I haven't checked of this, but I think it's been done because it's already like 2 weeks off. This is another washi tape that I received in a Cocoa Daisy kit. I used some of these checkbox flags. I really love those. They fit really nicely into this Jibun Techo. And then for this week, I used a Hobonichi Weeks kit from the Style Planner. What I really like is that those boxes here fit really nicely into the columns of the Jibun Techo. I loved using those pumpkin check boxes here. And yeah, so that was last week. This is December now. This is what this week currently looks like. I have a huge to-do list, and it has been raining, so I have a good grip on my life isn't exactly true, because when it's raining, I just want to curl up into a ball and wait until it's over. So this is what it looks like. I usually add in my work schedule ahead of time. I found this birthday washi tape, and since it's my son's birthday that week, I already added it in here. And I have this week and then 1, 2, 3, 4 more weeks in this planner. I plan on moving into my Stylogy on December 30th, and I can't wait. I have tucked this Reflect and Recharge workbook from Minimal Plan into the back of this. I want to be working on this during the month of December so I can start 2020 with some more information on how to set good goals. That's what my plan is. I have started goal setting again last year, or not last year, this year. I have been on and off my goals for a while, and I'm really trying to see how I can find goals that I can work on and achieve. So that's why this is in here. This is what I carry with me, and these stay at home. The reference notebook is in a Midori Travelers notebook. This is my favorite Travelers notebook that I own. I have this Midori folder around here and just some scrapbooking paper from Coco Daisy. This is a Foxy Fix grid insert. I really like the thickness of the paper, and since I know I don't really use that many pages in here, I'm totally fine with that it doesn't really have that many pages. I have an index in the front. I stuck this free printable from Job's journal on the first page here, and then I am using these lists. I call it a reference book. It could also be collections, something that I want to refer to, that I usually refer to very frequently, and that I don't. So here, once this is finished with all the planning things, I want to be able to put this aside and not move any lists that I have in here into a new notebook. Also, I really like that I don't have to flip back and forth in one book, but that I can put this next to the actual planner and look at the lists that I have in here. So I made meals lists. I put down a sticky note with ideas and meals that we tried that I can add to this list. There is a perpetual birthday calendar. I have video ideas on here, and I will show you more sticky notes in a second. I really like the idea of just adding, instead of writing in here actually, I really like the idea of sticking in note paper with washi tape, and once I'm done with this letter list, I can just remove the ones that I had here and make a new one. So that's why the wish list is on paper. This is present ideas on sticky notes, tasks I made on Google Sheets, so I can add to it and print it again if I need it for another notebook. List of shops I want to buy from. This is my weekly planning routine that I am still working on, that's why I didn't write in here. My monthly review, and actually I'm quite okay with the way these work now. I have started something more. It says right here, it says transfer for phone notes. Since this is huge, I'm not really taking it everywhere, and sometimes it's downstairs and I'm upstairs, but I have my phone with me all the time. And so I decided to make a notes page on my phone in the notes section that says December notes, and everything that I think of, like a digital form, where is it, of this list I have in my phone, and I transfer it on here or wherever else it belongs every week when I do my weekly review. And that's it. There's no more lists in here. But if I need more lists, I will totally add to this. And then this is my projects notebook. I am working on several different projects right now. I think I need to add more to the index. And this is something that I might not continue in that format, because as you can see, each project, I decided to give each project its own page. And so I frogged this. This is not relevant anymore. I assume, and I'm totally fine with going through this very quickly, and having projects in here that take longer than others. So this is too big for these projects on one page, and I feel kind of guilty leaving this open, but I have so much stuff that I can try many different sizes, and then once I have found what works well, I can then stock up on that size. Yeah, now I think it made sense. Okay, so I usually update this notebook at the end of the month, and I actually realized that I haven't done that for December. So when I'm done filming this video, I'm going in and updating this. And that's it. It doesn't really look very appealing right now, but I am actually totally fine with that. I think what I'm going to do is add a kind of folder around this, so it looks a bit prettier, if I actually even need this. Who knows? So I think that is all there is to say. Let me know in the comments how you're planning. Are you going to change anything? I'm really looking forward to this thing. Even though I need to weigh this, I feel like this is even heavier than this, but the size is really appealing, and we'll see how this is going to work out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you an idea for things that you want to change in your planning, or confirmed that what you are doing is not as complicated as the one I'm doing. I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye.